Let's Talk Books, the official podcast of BookExpo America, BEA. On part 2 of his podcast episode, Steve Bercu, co-owner and CEO of BookPeople in Austin, Texas, talks about how his store has embraced local schools, the world, and much more.
We just continue to grow on the fun part, but we do it with all kinds of things. We have programs in the schools. We started one in, 4 years ago was our very first one of these things. It was called Words Across the World, with just about a few schools, about 40 third or fourth graders got together. We had them write letters to these kids their same age in Malawi. Random House came up with some books that we could get to Malawi if we could figure out how to get them there. We found a group of doctors that are like Doctors Without Borders. They took the books with them. So we got pen pal letters sent back and forth from thousands of kids in Austin, thousands of kids in Malawi. We got thousands of books sent to Malawi. We got a whole unit for a semester in fourth grade and 50 schools, where they're talking about a place that's not in Central Texas. And that was great. And then we've continued with that. That was a local author. The next year we had another miracle local author who was somehow pals with Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, and wrote a book called Gandhi's Grandson. And so we got that guy. We did another one with India, and then we're doing them now. Now we're in every school in Austin, and we're doing it's an actual one of their modules that they use in the fourth grade now, and we're part of that. And so we're like in schools that are geographically really out of our general area, we're like totally involved with that. So we're part of those schools. Our logos, our information, our one sheets, all of that stuff is in all of those schools everywhere. Teen Book Festival, we got that going about 5 years ago. 10 years ago, we started our literary camps in the summers, and those have been pretty great, I must say. We can have about 100 kids a week. These are day camps, 8 sessions this year. Next year, we're finally moving to 10 sessions. Those tickets for that will go on sale in whatever the mid-Saturday is in November. We generally, the last 6 or 7 years probably, have people who spend the night outside the store so that their kids get the right cabin at the thing, that's based around a book that has cabins. We have people who won't do it online. They prefer to spend the night out here for reasons beyond my comprehension. And we have now approximately 8,000 or so graduates of that camp who, as simple math will tell you, have 16,000 parents, 32,000 grandparents, countless more thousands of uncles, aunts, cousins, and siblings, and friends. So all of those kids, those 8,000 kids, are like if you could think of kamikaze marketers, that's who they are. Those kids are insanely loyal to the store. Their parents are pretty loyal to the store because we're providing something that's a cut above archery and swimming, though we have that at the camp anyhow. But we have classics professors come out from the university because these books we're using Rick Riordan's Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson series. Rick's from San Antonio, though lives in Massachusetts now. And the first 6 years, I guess, he opened the thing every year and did whatever the ceremony is that they have at the Camp Half-Blood is what it's called, and that's the camp that's in his books.
Steve, you're trapped on a deserted island, and you can only bring one book with you. What book will you take, and why?
Well, if I don't have many to pick from, I'd probably pick Soldier of the Great War. It's a Mark Helprin book for a couple reasons. One, because it's my favorite book, and two, because it's long, and it would take a while to read it again. It's about 750 pages maybe, but it's so great. It's like a gigantic prose poem that you can just drift into and stay there. I've recommended it to, I can't think of how many people, and I haven't had a single one tell me they hated it. Maybe they just don't tell me if they don't like it, but I've had a lot of people enjoy it. But I'd certainly take that along.
Please complete this sentence. I read because...
I read because I like to read. I like the feeling of reading. I like the stuff I learn from reading, and I like the way it passes the time that I'm passing while I'm doing it. I think reading's a great thing.
Let's Talk Books is a production of BookExpo America, BEA, the leading book and author event for the North American publishing industry. Join us in Chicago for BEA 2016, May 11th through 13th at McCormick Place. For more information on this episode in BEA, visit bookexpoamerica.com.